Hey folks, today we're going to show you how to add content in 3 different ways for basically on Blackboard. So what happened? A professor called me up and said that they wanted to provide daily notes, and so in the daily notes he started adding them, but very quickly he found out the way he was adding was going to yield what is called the scroll of death. Okay, where students have to scroll down the page. The page just grows enormously because of how we did it. So let me show you 3 different ways of adding content to Google to Blackboard, and we'll see if we can avoid the scroll of death. So here's what we got. So I'm going to share my screen out to you. And we'll wait until it's there. Yep, it's definitely there. Let me minimize this. Okay, so going to Blackboard. So now I'm in Blackboard. One of the things that this professor wanted to do was add a content area, and he wanted it to call it Daily Notes. Okay, this is going to be available to all the students, so we're going to check that box and submit. So let me drag this up a little higher in the area, and I'm going to click on Daily Notes, and this is where we're going to start adding content. So I have some nonsensical content that I want to add, but it would be the Daily Notes. So this is what was happening. We were going to build content. We were selecting item. Let's give this a name called Day 1. And I am going to grab content from a document, and it happens to be a Word document. And this professor had a Word document that was very long, and basically it was a collection of notes over, that would go throughout the whole term. So he didn't have separate documents. He was working off one. And so what he wanted to do is just take a portion of those notes and put it out there. So those are the notes. Track number of views, sure, why not? And then I'm going to submit. And as you can see, it will show Day 1 and show the notes. And when the students look at this view and they select Daily Notes, this is what they're going to see. So let's go back to add Day 2 of the Daily Notes. So I'm going to add another section of the Daily Notes, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to collect item, and I'm going to call it Day 2. We'll paste that in, and track number of views and submit. And so very quickly, you can see I'm leading to the scroll of death. Imagine a course that is going 3 times a week for 15 weeks. There's going to be 45 notes, and although I can move these things up and down if I want, still, if they want to see anything, they've got to scroll. Okay, so this is one option. It's not a bad option, but it's one option. The other option that we have is we can upload a file. So we select File, give it a name, and I'm going to give it Day 1. What I'm going to do is browse on my computer to find the file I want to share. Now remember, this particular professor had all his notes in one document. So what he would have to do is copy out the notes into a separate document and save it either as a PDF or keep it as a Word document. But that's also a step, that adds to the level of complexity, but also just makes things, kind of unwieldy. So, but we're going to upload this document. Sure, track number of users and submit. So now I have that document, and if I click on it, it will download that document, and I would be able to see it. Okay, so we have another option. All right, this option, I'll pass over Build Content and select Blank Page. And when I select on Blank Page, I have kind of the best of both worlds. So I have day 1, right? And we'll call it blank page too, so so we know we're dealing with the right one. I will go back to my original document and copy that particular text out, track number of views, and hit submit. And as you can see, it adds a document to the bottom here. Let's do that for another one. And we'll call this day 2. Go ahead and paste my text in there. Click on track and submit. And so now we have day 1 and 2. So let's look at it from the student's perspective. So let's go to the daily notes. And we see the first 2, which would lead to the scroll of death. We have this one, which is a document, and it will require us to download, and it goes through that. See, and it's a solution. And so we have that document. Let me get back to my Blackboard course. Uh-oh. All right, so we have these daily notes. We're still in the student preview. But now we have this option, the blank page. And when I select that, it brings up what he intended, the name, the information. And we can go back to the daily notes, see day 2, the name, and the information. So this is a solution to the problem that was at hand, and now the rest of you know. So let's go back and stop sharing. And there you have it. So if you have any questions about that, feel free to give us a chat and we'll be able to help you out. Bye for now.